I started to think about something I had said in the last video. Maybe it was last two. Let me just jump to it. I was thinking about how with the Democrats in this revolutionary spirit kind of idea from the French Revolution, and that everything's got to change in some major way. One of the key things that right now, to see the left and the socialists defend illegal immigration and the various forms of defense now are starting to tell kind of the whole story about what's really going on the left. Because now it's this constant thing about one, oh no, there are women crying because of breaking the law. Two, people who they spent apparently decades somehow living without full paperwork. And and then why? Why didn't you, in some way, shape, or form, kind of try to get something going on being naturalized? In some way. Okay, anyway. There was a discussion of all the stuff that's going to be left behind, that there will literally be people having to leave all their possessions as they leave or are taken out of America. Well, so something I had been considering was there's never the argument coming from, especially a lot of the young end of the Twitch politics, the YouTube politics, hot takes, that they're not getting what the argument had been from the left in the 90s, which I would know about very well. If we actually did something about illegal immigration, it would shrink the labor pool. And then they would have to pay us. And they would have to listen to us. That was what in the 90s was the whole idea of the explanation of why illegal immigration was allowed. Not really a thing of because still nobody thought it was possible to make people leave. It was always going to be the impossible goal. And then a lot of people were there was so little that had become a negative because honestly, the price of various forms of labor went down. This is the part that I think really people who are especially Hassan fans need to understand, because you were little tiny children, or if you were born at all. The prices for all sorts of labor and expertise, such as tacos, went down. And I'm not kidding. Authentic taco trucks. He came here with a dream and a story. Taco truck. So, it's tough because, somebody like me probably grew up with a few. But it's also, at some point, you all have to face what the issue is the principle of, does the law govern us all? And more, the left is showing everybody we're quote-unquote college educated, so they're flexing their class, being that it's not too many people go to college now, so it doesn't actually prove anything more than you could afford it, or that you've been allowed that amount of credit. It doesn't prove that you have some kind of higher reasoning skills. Not anymore. Too many people go to college. Too many people are accepted to a thing called college. So it's no longer, it's an average people now go to college somehow. So it's this flex of that. which I think also is supposed to be a type of flexive. So I know the new modern morality that you don't understand, and this is why you are wrong, which is also a really bad flex. It's not. It's a type of fallacy. But it's so you all on the left keep not getting this about. There's too many things that you won't accept about the working class in this regard. That this is beneficial to people who would be quote unquote working class. It's beneficial to us. It shrinks the labor pool. Everything's going to hurt for a minute. This could have all been done piece by piece if the Democrats had really been realistic about helping people who were wage earners. But instead, who they served were the salary earners at various types of high technology firms. And because that's who chiefly they were trying to please, the issue ends up becoming, that became very clear, that became quite obvious, and we all get it now. And so, now the horrible truth was too many average people went to college. Then they were hired by all this money that was poured into all these high technology firms. And these high technology firms have not produced in relationship to the rising costs because of the various forces that have caused a large amount of inflation, squeezes on prices. And so now AI is going to replace a lot of the kind of light work that goes on. And it's going to be, what was it? Organoid. The organoid, not bioroid, organoid. The living computer system it's a very fascinating field of information, that one, the organoid. Actually, I should look it up and see what's going on with it. All right, talk to you guys soon.